Hi, sorry that I hope everyone is doing well. I am going to show you how I made this floating panel card. So it does fold flat and it will fit into an A4 sized envelope. I need to double check on that. And it opens up. It says hello beautiful, and there is a secret pocket for a special sentiment. So I am going to go ahead and get started. I see someone in here. I hope it's Cat Mama. I tried to line my screen up the way it was whenever we went live earlier, so I hope it's still okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share the Fun Fold, Unique Fold recipe. Let me go find it really quickly. So do I have the floating panel card in here? Hey, Cat Mama. I had the page ready to go, but then there it is. I had to respond to a comment for some information on another fold. So it's a floating panel. The card base measures at 10 3/4 by 5.5 inches, scored at 1 5/8 and 3 1/4 on each side. And those are the measurements for the panels. Those are for double matte panels. I believe I only used the top panel measurements for this one. Let me double check. So that's 2 1/4. Yeah, so I only used the top panels for this. But if you want a matte panel, those are the sizes for that. Okay. So y'all can take a screenshot of that, but this video I plan to leave up so that way y'all can come back and reference it. I was going live on Instagram, but it's easier to rewind and fast forward through my mistakes on YouTube. So we're going to try it over here, see how it works out. And if it doesn't, then I'll go back to Instagram, because Instagram is my favorite so far, minus the how hard it is to rewind and fast forward. Okay. So our card base measures at 10 3/4 by 5.5 inches, and we're going to score at 1 5/8 and 3 1/4 on each side. This happened to me last time. I need to stop putting my scoring board in different places. Hey, Spidey. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so 1 5/8. I'm double checking. 1 5/8, 3 1/4 on each side. I didn't check my measurements. Maybe I should have. Let me do that really quickly. Okay, it is 10 3/4 by 5.5. All right, so I'm flipping it to the other side. I'm going to do 1 5/8. Is it 1 5/8? Yes. And 3 1/4. I'm going to reinforce these score lines by flipping my cardstock over. Okay. So those are our score lines. I'm going to fold the inner score lines in and the outer score lines out. So go in and out. There we go. So our card base should look like this so far. That's pretty simple. Now it's just about the panels. For the panels, I made my own patterned paper using the Magnolia Dreams. It's the complete bundle. It comes with the embossing folder and the layering stamps. This is great. I can use this to make my own patterned paper. I like to make my own pattern paper, so I am going to show you how to color the stencil. I have one colored for you already, so that one's ready to cut down those panels. I could add a little bit more pink. I'll do better at adding a little bit more pink on this second go round. So I've already embossed it. So you see how, so you could even use this alone if you wanted to. Thank you, Cat Mama. So also you could emboss colored cardstock and you can brush over it with white pigment ink. I mean, that is such a gorgeous look. So you could do that with any shade of cardstock. It would look great on any color, really. I was trying to think, but it would look really amazing on colored cardstock. So if I have time, I may make another card with that patterned paper. We'll see. We'll see. It depends on how well I move. These stencils are numbered. I had someone ask me a question about that the other day. The stencils are numbered. So let me turn this around. So you're just going to line up your stencil, and it's in the image is embossed, so it's raised up. It makes it a little bit easier to line up your stencil as well. At least it does for me. So I am going to tack it down with some satin tape. I should be using my sticky mat, but it's really dirty and it needs a bath. So we're gonna do it like this for now. All right, I'm gonna go in with some baby pink. And this is from, I believe it's the Bubblegum. Yeah, Bubblegum Dreams. And then you have several other colors that come with this set. Oops, sorry for the glare. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of this baby pink. And I'm gonna color the centers. And I just need to make sure that I add a little bit more pink than I did on the last stencil. And I'm not looking at chat at the moment, but I will come back and take a look. Try to make sure I get all of these flowers colored. I'm just rubbing a little excess off on my stencil, and then I can go back and pick a little bit more color up later. That way I don't waste so much ink. All right, let me pick up a little bit more. And I'm just adding to the centers of these flowers. Let's see if I did a little bit of a better job this go round. Let's take a look. There we go. So we got a little bit of pink. Let's go in with stencil number 2. And again, I will be using baby pink. Okay. So pick up some more. Oops, I'm a little off. I can fix that, no problem. There we go. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing well? I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And thank you for the likes. Really appreciate that. So this is 3 stencils. The first 2 color the petals, and then the last one colors the leaves and the centers of the flowers. I think I need a little bit more. Almost picked up the stencil that time. I need to be really careful. Should have used my sticky mat, but we're already here. So we're doing it. Okay, let's see what this looks like. So there's our magnolias. Let's go in with the 3rd layer and color the leaves. So this one's already dirty. I made some patterned paper. Cat Mama, can you just see my mat, or can you see some of my table? Cat Mama and I, we've been working with this on the vertical streaming. Mine looks like it's farther out than y'all's looks, so Cat Mama helped me with that before I went live. We were talking on the phone and doing this. It was really neat. I was surprised I could be on the phone and talk at the same time. Okay, so I am going to go in with fresh leaf for the leaves. This comes from Whispering Woodlands ink set. So you have lots of different colors to choose from, and it's the Whispering Woodland. So there's several shades of green. I'm only going to go with just this one. And I'm going in with the detailed blending brushes because that helps to cover these little tiny areas here. I'm not going for perfection here. I'm just coloring these in. And I'm avoiding the centers of the flowers. I will come back in with maple yellow to color those. Did everybody have a good weekend? I hope so. I have a couple more live kits put together. I have one put together for the daisy card. It's the pop-out card. I have a card kit for that ready to go. Also have a card kit ready to go for the shadow box card. So if y'all will please let me know where you would like for me to make these lives. Do you prefer them on TikTok? TikTok doesn't have a replay option. We have them, I have a card kit for this one as well. Instagram does have a live replay feature. However, it's hard to toggle and rewind and fast forward. YouTube seems to be the best, maybe. But I just need y'all to let me know which platform you prefer. Or would you prefer just the longer tutorials that are 3 to 5 minutes long? Just let me know. I'm just coloring these leaves in. Doesn't take very long to do. I think the leaves, and if I used a bigger brush, it would be cover more area a lot quicker, but there are some tiny places in here. And I don't want to damage my stencil. I get pretty aggressive sometimes. Some of these little spots are pretty tiny. I got a little cat hair on my finger. That one was a cat hair that time, Cat Mama. The last time it was a piece of lint. This looks like, am I off? No, I sure thought I was. Yeah, it looks like I'm a little bit off down here. Well, let me fix it. We have to readjust. There we go. I was getting a little off track. Okay. And pick it back up where I left off. And I will be cutting these sheets down to, I'll be cutting these down to panels. So if I did make any mistakes, I can cut around them or I'll figure it out. I'm used to making mistakes whenever I'm live. I want to come and take a look at comments here in just a moment. I'm almost have this completed. I haven't bought any pattern paper in probably a couple of years. I've been making my own. Okay, now we got to go in with some maple yellow. Let me look at comments. A little bit of the table on the top. I can see numbers on bottom. You like the replay feature? You can see a little bit of the table. Well, let me tilt y'all this way a little bit. I think it'll be fine if we can see a little bit of my table. It's not too messy. But I just don't want other things to be in the screen because I can't pay attention whenever there's something else going on a screen. I get distracted really easily. Sorry for the camera bump. Yeah, I figured it would be okay. Let me readjust this again. I am moving it somehow. This is why you should use your sticky mat. And don't be lazy like me. Well, I'm lazy. Part of it's because I'm lazy and part of it is because my sticky mat's really dirty. Alton, you posted a short. Oh no, I accidentally picked up the wrong color on my brush. Did y'all see that? Oh boy, that's okay. I'm gonna get some more blending brushes anyway. I'll figure out a way to fix that. But anyway, Alton, you came out with the video. It was on their shorts. I believe they posted it yesterday or the day before. And it was showing this stained sticky mat and it had Judge Judy's voice behind it and said something like, "You look older than 19." And then the little sticky mat had a frowny face on it. And Judge Judy was like, "That's not a compliment." You know, it's probably I won't be able to clean my sticky mat. I just need to bring it out and just let people see how loved it is. Okay. Y'all have to go check out that short. It really cracked me up. It's like only a crafter would understand. Oh gosh. Okay. Ta-da! Now we have some beautiful patterned paper. So if y'all are just now showing up, this is the direction that we are headed in. So I am going to cut down my patterned paper into some panels. I'm going to be using the top panel. So that was, let's see, that's going to be, let me look at these notes because I confused myself with those. I was going to do a voiceover. I was going to do a longer tutorial on this one. And I have misplaced my little recipe book. I think it was 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. Well, let me just measure these, y'all. Where did my unique fold recipe book go? So this is going to be 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. Two 3/4 by 4 3/4. Look, I got a new trimmer, Cat Mama. I'm still waiting for Altenew to come out with a paper trimmer. I feel like I'm gonna make a mistake. Here we go. 4 1/4. I'm learning this trimmer. It's got, I think I want my pattern to go this way. Yeah, so 4 1/4. I want it to go this way. I'm still learning how to read this. I'm waiting for Altenew to come out with a gorgeous paper trimmer with like a, that was 4 1/4. Let me go ahead and cut this one down to 2 1/4. Hang on, I can't talk. I'm trying to concentrate. So that's should be 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then the other one, I believe, was 2 3/4. See, I should not have cut that one down so far. 4 3/4, the 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, I'm over here concentrating. Staining shows it much love. I know. Mine's, I'm gonna do better at coming out and bringing it out. I'm going to stop being so picky about things. 4 3/4. This is really challenging to work with this on live because I'm on the spot and I don't want to mess up my measurements. Two 3/4. Okay. So one panel goes to the right, one panel goes to the left. Those look very similar, but that'll be okay. And then the other one is going to be, the inside is going to be 2 3/4 by 4. Okay, and really quick with this, I'm going to take a small circle die cut and I'm going to do a partial cut on this to make it a pocket. gonna get out a little baby, little tiny circle die cut. Baking stones. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so particular about that stuff. I need to just let it go. All right, I'm gonna find the center using my mat. And I'm only gonna do a partial cut on this. Let me scoot it over a little bit. I'm gonna run this through my die cutting machine. I'll be right back. Whoopsie. Sorry for that bump. Y'all okay? So I'm gonna run this through my die cutting machine. Bear with me, I'm coming. Okay. Let go. There we go. All right, so there is our pocket. Let's go ahead and adhere that to our back wall. Had to put my little die cut away really quickly because I will lose that. You give me something to lose and I will. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the center. That's gonna be our pocket. In order to make this a pocket, I'm only going to add liquid adhesive to the sides and the bottom, and that's it. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm just gonna go round here to the very edge. Sorry, my hands are shaky. And add just on the very edge here. On the bottom, the top, the right, and the left. Okay. Let me find the center. All right. I got a little bit of glue on my hands. So I'm going to just press down these edges, and then we're going to move on and add our other panels. Okay. So now we have this going on. I got a little bit of lint on my cardstock. All right. Let me not focus on that. So the smallest panel is going to go over here on this edge, and your largest panel will come over here. So we're going to adhere these, and I wish that the pattern wasn't so identical. I think I'll just flip it. So that way it doesn't look like you're looking at things on repeat. So I think I'm just going to flip it. Let me see. I think I can flip it, or so it needs to be 1/4 by 2 1/4. I can trim one of these down. I still have one of these panels left, and I can save this for another card. That way we'll get a different look. Oh, look. Oh, hang on. Let's do that. Did y'all see that? It looks like it's going to give me a continuation. And I didn't even mean to do it. Okay, so give me one moment to think about that measurement again. It's 2 1/4 by, Only need to cut it down to 2 1/4 because I believe it's already 4 1/4. Hang on. I got myself turned around, you guys. Give me a moment. This thing, I keep on bumping into this right here. It's like a little curb. This is for the arm, but I keep on bumping into it. Let me just open it up so that way I can 4 1/4. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate that. Wait a minute. Okay, 2 1/4. I get really picky about things. I need to just let things go sometimes. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one. I know I could have flipped it and I think it would have been fine, but I think that this is going to work even better because it's going to give us like almost a continuation. Yeah, I like that better, don't y'all? Let's do that. Okay, so in order to make this work, all you're going to do is add liquid adhesive to this edge. So I'm going to pick this up and add that liquid adhesive on this side right here. Here we go. Okay. So now I'm just going to, the largest one goes over here, right? Yeah. Okay, let me stand up. Okay. All right. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate the support. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And for those of you watching on the replay, really appreciate it. That one looks a little, hang on, did I get that crooked? Let me fix that. Are we looking good? I think so. How does that look? I think that looks good. So this piece right here is going to come over the top of it. And we just want to make sure that we have equal spacing on each side. Again, I'm going to add the liquid adhesive just to this side. Uh-oh. Don't add it to your finger. That's not necessary. Okay. Oh, let me stand up over top of it again. Need to scoot up a little bit. Is that right? I think so. Yeah. Okay, let me hold this down. Hold it down. And then we're going to decorate the dragonfly, add the sentiment, and then we'll add our piece of paper for our secret pocket. So see how that's coming together? We're getting there. It's a really neat card. I'm coming up with a little fold here as I'm thinking about it. Wouldn't that be neat if you could like add a score line in the center of this and have it, oh, I feel like I'm coming up with an idea for another fold. Okay, all right, moving on. Don't do that, keep going. Okay, so let's grab our dragonfly. I have the wings ready to go, but I forgot to add his little body. Hang on, we need the dragonfly body. So this is from Delicate Dragonfly, and if y'all are interested in what I used, no, he's gold. Everything is linked in the shopping bag on Instagram, and then once this video uploads, I will come through and tag the products that I used in this video. So if you would rather wait for that, you might just need to be patient because I will add those links, but it does take me a few minutes to do that. It's really easy to do it on Instagram. If you go to the shopping cart on Instagram, it will take you to the products. You can add those products to your cart and check out right from Instagram. And that is the reason why I list my products there, because I like simple. And I've done that several times where people will add their products, and if I'm interested, I can go directly to Instagram and I can add it to my cart and check out. I do that at Simon Says Stamp a lot, or I used to a lot. I am looking for some rose gold cardstock. I know I have some scraps somewhere because I just used it. Yeah. And this is brushed rose gold cardstock from Alton U, and that's what I'm going to do the dragonfly body in. Oh, I have the wings done in that too. So I don't know why I did this, but I did vellum. So I think, should I keep it the same, or should I try? I wonder why I did that. I wonder if this white vellum will look good behind here. Should we try it? Y'all let me know. Should I go with the rose gold wings, or should I just keep them vellum? I will wait because I know that we have a little bit of a delay. So I will wait and see what y'all say. Should I keep it the same as the original card that I made, or should I change his wings to vellum? Try it on the vellum? Okay, Cat Mama. Maybe we don't have as much of a lag time as I thought. We'll try the vellum. We will try the vellum. All right. Oh, wait. I need to put this back before I... Okay, there is our body. And we will add... go ahead and add the wings. So let's do the wings first. So there is a layering guide back here. Whoops, sorry for the glare. This is my dragonfly that I was gonna make for another card, but it didn't work out. I used the Sea Burl shimmer paste, but he would have blended in too well in the background. So that was the reason why I didn't use him. But I wonder, see, that's gonna blend in too much too. Anyway, he will be used for something. I just don't know what yet. So he's gonna go right back into the packaging. So that way, whenever I pull out my dragonfly, I have one that's already made. I like to put some of my extra embellishments back into the same packaging. Does anybody else do that? All right, I'm just gonna match these up. I'm not gonna go into any specific order. Wow, we got really off track there. Are we back? We got really, really off track. Okay. So I'm gonna add some, and you can follow this guide here. I squirreled on y'all. You can use this guide here, and it shows you how. I have wings made too. Because I was gonna do I'm sorry, I keep on squirreling on y'all. I was gonna do a gold dragonfly with these color wings. So, and I probably still will, but that just didn't work out I get really particular about stuff. Is it just me? But that's what I like to do. I'll build flowers, or I'll build things and I just throw them back in the package. And then sometimes it works out really well for a card. Because I know that gold dragonfly with the pretty blue wings would work well on something. And I might just have to build a card around just those dragonflies. I really love dragonflies. So that's not the correct one. I'm like, here, use your guide, and here I am. Oh, maybe it's because it's this one over here. No, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm just going to adhere that. Let's see what that's going to look like. I don't know, y'all. Think the vellum's going to look okay? Is that going to look okay, or does the rose gold look better? Or does it matter? Am I the one overthinking this? It's okay if I am, because I'm totally used to doing that. Should I keep going or use the rose gold? I'm going to wait for this lag time to see what y'all say. Rose gold is better. I think so too, Helen, and thank you so much. Okay, so I think I can save this. Sorry for my cuticle feathers, you guys. I obsessively wash my hands way too often, and my skin is my hands are always look bad because of it. I'm just like one of those people that wash my hands way too much. Okay, let's get the dragonflies back out. Both are okay. I am overthinking, but Cat Mama, you know that about me. So let me grab these and my rose gold. I'm just going to keep it the same. I'm going to run these through my die cutting machine. I will be back. Okay. I have them now. Okay. I know I'm really good at just overcomplicating things. All right, here we go. Are we back on track now? Okay, so let's go ahead and I know that with the metallic cardstock that it's going to take a little bit longer for this to set up because of the slippery surface. I always put too much glue on, you guys. Don't be like me. I use way too much glue. It will be fine. So let me just hold it. It's really slippery. It's going to take a little bit, but we'll get there. On the replay crew, y'all can just fast forward through this part. Okay, let me put that one off to the side and bring this one in. Is everybody hanging in there? Okay, so we got to go through this 2 more times, and then we'll be able to move on to the next part. I have our sentiment ready to go, so at least we don't have to do that. And it's a die cut sentiment. I love die cut sentiments because it makes, if I spend a lot of time on other things with my card, having a die cut sentiment is amazing because that's all you got to do is die cut it out and it's ready to go. And the sentiment that I used for this card is from the It's from the Craft of Flower Water Lily set. Sorry for the glare. But do you see that sentiment that says hello, beautiful? I love that sentiment. So I will be adding that sentiment. I die cut it out of the brushed rose gold cardstock. And again, I put way too much glue on here. But this glue does dry clear, so that's gonna be fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna hold it down for a second, let it set up a little bit, move on to the next one, and then we will put our dragonfly together. Last one. I could have done this before I came live, but sometimes people like to see how you put these together. So for those of you who don't need to see that, you can just fast forward. But it's pretty self-explanatory. And Altenew provides the layering guide on the back of the packaging. So, all right, letting it set up. Everybody hanging in there okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and make the dragonfly, even though I lost him. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is. Okay. So I will use the guide for this part. And I'm going to copy my own work. I like the way the wings are fanned out like that. I mean, you could make the wings more like this. You can just play around with them. But I kind of want to do the same as I did for my first card because I like the way it looks. So these parts right here are going to be on the top. So I think I understand it would be here and here. So I put these wings down here. But I want them to go up just a little bit. Kind of want them to be flared out a little bit. Okay. So it's going to add a little bit of glue to this very edge right here. And this will take a little bit longer to set up, but I think it'll be worth it. Make sure I put this in the right spot. And that little notch right there. I'll come over here on this side and add this one. Again, I'm just adding a little bit of glue. Well, it's never a little bit. This is a little bit compared to what I usually use, but I need to be better about that. I've got some glue on my station. I've got shimmer paste stained matte here. I've been having a lot of fun with the shimmer paste. And if y'all are interested in the shimmer paste, Altenew dropped a video just a little bit ago, and it's a DT, and she's explaining all these different ways to use the shimmer paste. It's a really great video. She's come up with some really great ideas of different ways to use the shimmer paste. Very creative. Okay. One more, y'all. We're getting closer. And here is our beautiful rose gold dragonfly. Okay, let me set this to the side while we let it set up. Some of the stuff is not going to come off of this mat. I'm okay with that, I guess. I'm going to get a new mat so that way I can have a dirty mat and I can put the clean mat on top of this mat. And then whenever I make messy things, I'll use this mat. And then whenever I do my filming, I'll use my pretty mat. That way it looks a little bit better. Okay, so let me add the sentiment. I'm waiting for the dragonfly to set up, so I don't want to rush it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my sentiment. I hope I didn't misplace my teetle. I'm very good about that. I feel like this is the teetle right here. Okay. Let me get these little things out of here. I could have used my perfect picker, but this is right here. Get these little things out. Well, maybe I'll get it out, maybe I won't. There we go. So I didn't do all of my prep work before coming live, but I did a lot of it. Okay. Here we go. So you could use this beautiful, you can pair that with other sentiments as well, and that's what I'm gonna do. I just love this sentiment, and I'm gonna use that water lily soon. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll use the water lily with that, with this blue dragonfly. Maybe I'll do that. So it goes like this, not like that. So what I'll need to do is make sure that the hello is going to be covered by, it's hopping all over the place. Yes, okay, so I want that to be covered. So I'm gonna go all the way over to this edge. So let's add some liquid adhesive. I hope I'm not blowing y'all's eardrums out. I was very close to the mic. I'm still trying to get this little thing out here. Got it. Okay. So I just want this to be over at the very edge. Oh, I need to scoot it back a little bit, don't I? Okay. Let me make sure that this is straight. Oh, it definitely wasn't. I'll grab my T-ruler. There's some dirt on there. Got it, okay. So I'm gonna use my T-ruler to make sure that I have this sentiment lined up. And it is on this embossed paper, so it's a little bubbly, but I think that'll be good. So just used my T-ruler to help me line that up, and then the beautiful is gonna go in the center like so. So let me go ahead and add that. It'd be pretty if it went off at an angle like this, but I think I want to keep it straight. How are y'all doing? Everybody okay in here? I don't know if my chat is frozen or maybe no one's saying anything. We're almost there. And I just talked through the whole thing. I'm used to being live on TikTok, and people are very talkative over there, so. Maybe if I came over here more often, I'd have a little bit more engagement. Just adding little dots of liquid adhesive, and now I'm going to add it to the pocket. I just want to make sure that it's almost centered. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one perfect, but maybe it'll be pretty close. And let's grab my teetle. So I'm going to add a little tiny speck of glue right here. Well, I think I'm going to. The cap is dirty. There we go. That's the wrong end. Going to pick up my little teetle. Oh, I need to spin my, there we go. All right. So it's really coming together now. I hid my hello. I have my hello beautiful. Now let's add the dragonfly. So it's going to be stretched across both of these panels. So what I'll do is I'll add some foam tape to only these wings and the body over here. So I'm going to cut down some pieces of foam tape. I want to cut them down to little, oh, I have some already. Just going to cut them down to little tiny pieces. I think I only need about 3. So it's going to be on this side. So now this side is going to be on the opposite. And I'm just going to add some foam to the wings and his body. That way he'll pop up too. I'm gonna make sure no foam tape is showing on the other side. Okay, we are good. I am gonna add a little bit of liquid adhesive to the foam, so that way I have a little bit of time to set up. All right, so I have my dragonfly ready to go. Just making sure. I want to try to have equal spacing on each side. Scoot it over. Sometimes it takes me a moment to get set up, y'all. Okay. Ta-da! Wow. We did it. Let's make, I just need to cut a little strip of paper to add into that pocket. Let's see what this one measures at. This one is 2 by 3 3/4. So let me cut. Get in there. There we go. Sometimes I gotta work these a little bit. It does fit. I'm not messing with it right now. I can shave a little bit more off of that too if I feel like it's gonna be too hard for someone to get that in and out of the pocket. but I haven't received any complaints so far. So that's 2 1/4. So I'll cut that down by 2. Let me bring it down here. It'd be easier if I had it down here. And then we'll do 3 3/4. Okay. All right. This should fit. It depends on how crazy I got with the glue. Oh, it worked. So there we go. What do y'all think? How did I do? Got it done in 61 minutes and 26 seconds. Do you have a tiny dragonfly die or punch to add as a pull tag? I wish. I wish I did. Oh, no, we're not done. We still have to add our enamel dots. Yeah, it would be great if I had like a little something that I can pull. I'll figure that out. I'll think of something creative, but for now, that's what I've got. I would love to have some smaller dragonflies. I am looking for my Bubblegum Dreams enamel dots. Okay. So I'm just going to fill in some of these little places with some of these enamel dots. So I always open it at the wrong end. I think I'm going to put a cute like rhinestone on the tip of this one. So that way I'll know it's for my perfect picker. I think I'm going to do that. All right. So I'll add one here. Let's see. We're just embellishing now. Oh, I'm out of the tiny ones. I wish I had a nail color, this color, even though I don't paint my nails. My cuticles are already dry enough, and I feel like whenever I paint, I'm really messy, and I just get that stuff on my skin, and it dries everything out even more, so I just gave up on it. This one's pretty big. Oh, Neil. Neil's trying to crash my live. That's my cat, by the way. I'll add a smaller one. And I'll add one. I wish I had some tiny ones left. I love these enamel dots. Let me just add. I don't really have a whole lot of spaces. I'll just add one here. Yeah, I'll just add it there. It's fine. It'll be fine. I do want to add a little rhinestone to it. I'm going to do that. It's a great idea. I'll wait. I'll put that in the packaging later because then you'll hear all that plastic crackling. I don't like the way it sounds whenever I hear myself on the replay, so I'm sure y'all don't like it either. All right, so there we have it. That is a floating panel card. I don't have a longer tutorial, but now I have a live on that fold. So I do have more card kits ready to go live with y'all. If y'all are interested, please let me know what you prefer. If you like to hang out like this, So any constructive criticism you can give me to make it better for y'all, please let me know. I'm open ears. And hopefully y'all couldn't see anything else in the background. Thank you, Helen. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate y'all being here with me. I hope y'all couldn't like see my feet or the floor or anything. I think Cat Mama would let me know. Wouldn't you, Cat Mama? You wouldn't let me go out like that, would you? Yeah, so I think this will make a great birthday card or just a card to let someone know that you're thinking about them. But it could work for several different occasions. If you just want to reach out to someone and say, hey, and they can put it up on display. You can display it like this, or you could display it like this. Either way. So, but that is going to be it for me today. I hope that y'all had a good time. What are you responding to? Oh, yeah, Cat Mama. I was like, what are you responding to? I know. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and thank you for the likes and the shares, and thanks for engaging with me. I will see y'all soon in the near future. I do have another card making music video dropping on Wednesday, so please stay tuned for that. I don't know exactly what I'm making yet, but I'll figure it out. All right. Well, I am going to head out. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I hope that y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.